Hello children, good morning. Today we discuss second lesson in physics, human eye and colorful world. Okay, this lesson only for PA2 exam also. Okay, Nanda? So this is very simple lesson. In the 8th class already you have learnt in the last lesson about some concept of eye, human eye. Okay, Nanda? So in this chapter we discuss about structure of the human eye and defects of the human eye, and in the human body very important sense organ is eye. Okay, so with this sense organ we can view the beautiful and wonderful and colorful world around us, is it or not? Okay, so first of all we discuss about structure of human eye. Okay children, see, this is human eye structure. Okay, so actually this eyeball is compared with the camera. Our eye is compared with the camera, because how in the camera we observe lens and that formation of image, etc., the same phenomena will be happen in the human eye also. That's why we compare human eye with the camera. Okay, so this is some structure of human eye. See, what is the shape of this eye? It is almost spherical, almost spherical in the shape, and spherical in the shape, diameter approximately 2.3 centimeter. Its diameter approximately 2.3 centimeter will be maintained. Okay, so in this human eye some important parts once we see. Okay, the first portion of the human eye, this first layer is called cornea. First layer means light enters first through this cornea only. The first layer of the human eye is cornea. Okay, this is the crystalline and sorry, it is a transparent layer of the human eye, cornea. Okay, behind this cornea aqueous humor will be there. Aqueous humor, a liquid, will be there. And here this is a lens. This is convex lens, crystalline lens. Okay, this lens is held by ciliary muscles. This is one important organ in the human eye. See, ciliary muscles, they hold the lens. And in the human eye we can observe iris. This one is very important, no? Even in the taking Aadhaar card, they will take iris also, is it or not? So that is one of the important part. And in that iris we can observe one more part, that is pupil. Okay, and this pupil and iris ciliary muscles are interlinked anamata. Okay, pupil, iris and ciliary muscles interlinked. And this is a convex lens. This convex lens, a crystalline lens, is held by ciliary muscles. And in between the cornea and lens, here what is this liquid? Aqueous humor. Okay, here each and every part has its own uniqueness and its role in the functioning of human eye. Okay, and so definitely in that previous classes we studied that refraction through lenses. So refraction gives images, no? So here this crystalline lens also form image. Crystalline lens forms image on a light sensitive screen. On the light sensitive screen, its name is retina. So here retina will act as screen. Retina will act as screen. What is retina? A light sensitive screen on which image is formed is called retina. And here through this one, optic nerves, optic nerve will be connected to brain. Optic nerve connected to the brain, because when light passes through the cornea and crystalline lens, image will be formed on the retina. Then, as you know very well, this is light sensitive screen. This information will be sent to the brain via optic nerve. In this optic nerve, so many sensitive cells will be there, like rods and cones. Then our brain will interpret and give such information that we are seeing an object. Okay, Nanda? So this is human eye. Now, what is the function of iris and pupil and ciliary muscles, etc.? Once we see, most of the refraction, most of the refraction occurred at cornea only. Most of the refraction ఇక్కడ జరిగిపోతుందంట కార్నియాలోనే. ఓకే, సో ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ కార్నియా we can say important part is iris. This is iris number. Okay, what is the function of iris? Iris controls pupil. Iris controls pupil. Iris controls pupil. Then what does pupil do? Pupil, it is a light sensitive organ. Means it regulates, pupil regulates amount of light entering to the eye anamata. Pupil regulates light. Pupil regulates light because based on this pupil only, if you enter into a dark room, definitely we can't see for certain time, like 50 seconds or 30 seconds, etc. Definitely we can't see when if you directly enter into a dark room, because in that case the pupil size will be varied. Okay, the size of the pupil will be varied. How? If you enter into the dark room, the pupil will be expanded. To enter the more light to pass into the eye anamata. Then we can see the objects. Otherwise, reverse, from the dark room suddenly you enter into the light, bright light, then the pupil will be contracted, the size will be contracted, because it doesn't allow more light to pass into the eye. Okay, so that is the work of a pupil. So iris controls pupil. Pupil regulates the amount of light entering into the eye. Okay, and then after light will be passed through convex crystalline lens and image will be formed on the retina. Then the signals, which signals here, light energy will be converted into electrical signals. That is important. Okay, so when light passing through the all these parts and finally forms an image on the retina, then this light signals converted into electrical signals. These signals will be sent to the brain through optic nerves. Okay, an optic nerve. Then brain will analyze and interprets and tell us that we are seeing an object. Okay, so this is human eye. Here this optic nerve connected to the brain. Okay, so this is very important. That's why the persons brain dead people, they can't see nearby surroundings. If anybody see that person also, the person cannot recognize because the cells in that brain will be damaged. Okay, Nanda? Next we will discuss accommodation of eye. Okay, Nanda. See that power of accommodation. In this power of accommodation, what is happening? See now, this is lens, no? So this is under control of ciliary muscles, we know that. Okay, the size of the eye lens, this curvature of the eye lens will be modified. The curvature of the eye lens will be modified by muscles, ciliary muscles. How the curvature of the eye lens will be modified by these muscles? Here, when the ciliary muscles are very relaxed, then this thickness will be minimized. Means it become very thin. The size of the lens will be very thin anamata. Means not this size, definitely the size will be very thin. So what happens if the curvature will be minimized? When the curvature will be minimized, what will happen? We know that, see, for this curvature, if you complete the complete portion, if you complete this circle, definitely one type of radius you will get. When it is very thin, one type of radius you will get. Where will be the more radius, in that expansion or contraction? Definitely in the contraction the radius will be increased, also called what we say focal length. Okay na? When the ciliary muscles are very relaxed, the curvature of the islands will be minimized and it become very thin, and focal length increases. So focal length increases means it can see that objects at large distance very clearly. Okay na? See, very small issue only. See here, when the ciliary muscles are relaxed, the curvature of the islands will be thin and focal length will be increases. When the focal length increases, we can see far objects clearly. Now reversed, when the ciliary muscles are strained, if they are strained, what will happen? That focal length decreases and this lens thickness will be more. This is when the ciliary muscles are strained. This condition when there is a relaxed anamata. So when the ciliary muscles are strained, focal length will be decreased. Then we are able to see very nearby objects. Okay, that's why we can see nearby objects and very far objects based on the varying of the size of the lens anamata. Okay, now what is the conclusion? When you try to see far objects, ciliary muscles will be relaxed and focal length increases. Whenever you see nearby objects, the ciliary muscles will be strained and thickness will be more and focal length decreases. This is happening. So the ability of the islands, so we can see far objects and nearby objects. This adjustment, the ability of the islands to focus nearby objects and as well as far objects, that is what we call power of accommodation. In this, what is the main role? Changing of focal length. Focal length change aitene we can see far objects, nearby objects. So the ability of the islands to adjust its focal length, to see the objects, that is what we call power of accommodation. Okay Anna? What is power of accommodation? The ability of the islands to adjust its focal length, is called power of accommodation. Okay, here two different points. For objects we can see at where, for example, a person can see far object, for example 20 meters very clearly. That is what we call distinctly. Means very clearly. Okay, the maximum distance at where we can see an object very distinctly, that is called far point. Far point. What is far point? The maximum distance at where we can see an object very distinctly is called far point. This is infinity. What is the far point? Infinity. Now the ability of the islands to see nearby objects means at where we can see very clearly. Okay, the minimum distance at where we can see an object distinctly, that is called near point. This near point has some value 25 centimeter, because see it has limit near point. See, we can see up to here. This is the distance we can maintain. Here, okay, but here, no. I am not able to focus clearly. If you bring very close to eye, definitely we can't see the object. We will see blur object only, blur image. We will see blur. Is it or not? So the minimum distance at where we can see objects clearly, that is called near point. What is the near point? 25 centimeter is the near point. Means we have to maintain minimum of 25 centimeters while reading. Okay, and far point, it is different for different persons. Okay, some persons can see 30-meter object clearly, but some persons can see only 29 meters object only clearly, like that anamata. So far point will be different, and near point to 25 centimeters will be. Okay, so this is power of accommodation. So children, you have to read page number 185 and 186 today clearly, and based on that I will send some questions you have to write.